Volkswagen is bringing out the Scout? Are you freaking kidding me? What is going on, All-Terrain Nation? Whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or these Volkswagen trucks I might want to drive, this is your All-Terrain Nation. I'm your host, Dave Boyd. And that is right. Today we are talking about the Volkswagen conglomerate brand owns the Scout name. And the reports came out a few days ago, and we talked about it on our live, the Happy Hour live show, that, Volkswagen was interested in bringing out the Scout name. Now, while many didn't realize Volkswagen even had rights to the Scout name because, well, it was in this weird package deal where they had bought this company and it was part of that company, and yeah, it's a long story and it's probably kind of boring, but that's right. So the Volkswagen Group has the name, and now the big point is it's going to be, they want to bring it back as an all-EV platform. And EV is all the rage, right? I mean, if you don't have EVs in your portfolio, who are you? I mean, what? You got to have EVs in there now. And while Volkswagen, they do, obviously they do some electrification in their vehicles, they do not have any kind of trucks in their US platform right now. That's right. Even the Armoric was kind of discontinued last 20, I think, is when it was kind of discontinued, and they need a truck in the platform. So this should excite the dealerships, right? No, dealerships are very upset by this because Volkswagen wants to do the Scout as its own brand again. That's right. They don't want to just package that name with a current brand. They want to do an all Scout platform as a Scout brand. That's right. And while that might be interesting because, well, the head of Volkswagen they do like the way Tesla is doing things, as do a lot of manufacturing. Manufacturing loves the direct sales technique. It bypasses dealerships. They make a little more cheddar, and that excites them. Well, the dealerships, they're not excited by this. And then dealers, I did a video a long time ago on this where dealerships are dying. And at some point, dealerships are just going to be just a point to pick up your vehicle that you've already done all the negotiations. Well, there won't be any negotiations. You'll just buy it from say Volkswagen or whoever you want to buy it from. You pick it up at the dealership, and they're just basically a service bay, and that's it. But the dealers are upset that Volkswagen conglomerate didn't tell the dealership platforms, hey, this is what we have planned. And while I think it's because they would like to use the direct sales platform like what Tesla does, I think that dealerships want a truck. Volkswagen Group here in the United States wants a truck to compete with everything else. They have great cars, but as we all know, cars are kind of dying. And well, Volkswagen has a few SUVs they can sell, but the days of the Jetta, like probably carrying them in the United States, are kind of coming to an end, right? So Volkswagen, the people, salespeople here, not happy because they thought, well, we could use the Scout name. Why not? GMC was able to take the Hummer brand and shove it into the GMC to do that with it, which I still think is kind of goofy. But they're selling Hummers now, so why not? And why couldn't the Volkswagen Group take the Scout brand and shove it into the Volkswagen Group and offer a Scout? Well, in my opinion, is the Scout is a super American company name. Like, there's a lot of heritage to go with that, and you've got the German Volkswagen over here. And I think it might confuse buyers a little bit. I really do. I think that, with GMC and Hummer, everybody knew GM. Okay, it's the same company anyways. I think with Scout, leave it its own thing. Now, for the off-roader and me, Volkswagen claims that the Scout is going to be a true off-road vehicle. Well, I've seen the new Defenders and all this stuff, and these companies claim these things, yes. But I have a feeling this is more of along the lines of a street queen, a mall crawler kind of thing, which is not a bad deal. Not at all, especially with EV. I think EV for off-road is still in its infancy, and I don't think that it's completely there yet. I think you can go do cool things with EV, but as far as like the range, I think that's where you're going to lose out for a while. They're too heavy right now for off-road, and well, we got that 9,000-pound Hummer, and I can only imagine what that thing would do to trails. That's a lot of weight on trails, so do the math on that. But with the Scout name coming back, where do you stand with that? Because I'm pretty excited that it's coming back. There's a lot of heritage to that. I think with Ford bringing back the Bronco, I think that's shown a lot of people that, hey, people do want an off-road style vehicle. EV or not, I think with the Scout, I think you should offer a hybrid version and a full EV version. of both they want to do a truck and an SUV, kind of like what Rivian's doing right now. And I think that's a great style and size for that vehicle too, because the Scout was a fairly big vehicle, but in today's full-size vehicles, you know, it's almost like an upper mid-size what they are now. So in the comments below, let me know what you think. So whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or this Scout that I would really like to drive. It's been your All Terrain Nation, and I'm your host, David Boyd. We're out. Peace, everybody.